Legends never die.
Hello, welcome to another video, and today we're going to be discussing about some dual nationals that the USMNT has to win. Okay, look at dual nationals. They're very important for the US. Okay, if you look at some of our players like Sergio Dest, Anthony Robinson, I believe he was a dual national as well. There's as well Ricardo Pepi as well. Gio Reyna, I believe he was a dual national. He could have chosen England, Germany, all of these countries as well. But he chose the U.S. As well as other guys like Yunus Musa. Obviously, he was a dual national. So if you look at our national team, there are quite some dual nationals. Okay, so obviously the USMNT has produced their own talents, but sometimes we have to rely on the dual nationals as well. Okay, so yeah. Today we're going to be discussing about some dual nationals that the USMNT has to win, okay? So, let's begin. So, we'll be beginning this video off by Mauricio Cuevas, okay? So the left back is 18 years old. He is a free agent right now, but he's about to be at Club Brugge, okay? He is a left back and he plays for Mexico, okay? So, obviously this guy looks like someone with good potential, okay? He decided to do something very risky for a guy of his age to not re-sign an MLS contract. Okay, look at LA Galaxy is one of those clubs that has a lot of talent, but they decide to not use it. Okay, I do not know why LA Galaxy decides to do this. Okay, but look at it's LA Galaxy. Okay, but still, it was a pretty risky decision, okay? USL contracts tend to be a little bit more flexible than MLS contracts, okay? And USL clubs tend to sell their players easier, but look, European clubs tend to look at more at MLS rather than USL, okay? And rightfully so, okay? MLS is a higher level than USL, okay? By by a lot, okay? But still, USL tends to have lots of prospects, okay, that are overlooked, okay, and I believe Mauricio Cuevas was one of them. And Club Brugge is about to make a pretty smart decision, okay, by signing him. He's a guy that seems to have some potential, okay. His other nationality is Mexico, okay. So I believe if we decide to if we needed to convince him, okay, considering that he's going to be a Club Brugge, okay. And that'll be just one more player that we get over Mexico. Okay, so yeah, another dual national that is with Mexico as well is Cade Cowell. Okay, his mother is Mexican. Okay, so that makes him eligible to play for the Mexican national team as well. He's a striker, but he can play anywhere on the front line, and I mean anywhere. Mostly because of his athleticism. If you watch highlights of this guy, my God, he is athletic. The guy from San Jose Earthquakes is very athletic. I believe he's one of San Jose Earthquakes' only good prospects. Okay, only good assets. Okay, San Jose Earthquakes do not have too much of a good assets, but he is one of them. Okay, and considering that he's 18 and he has shown this much promise, I believe most European clubs should be trying to have a look at him. At least have a look at him. Okay. And we cannot afford to lose this guy to Mexico, okay? If we look at our position and the wings, it's a pretty shallow depth chart. If you look at our winger depth chart, okay, we have many guys that are either hit or miss, okay. So I believe having another winger in there just in case it's gonna be good for us, okay. And I believe we are winning this battle. In fact, okay. Okay, I believe Cade Cowell is a little bit leaning towards us, okay? But he has said as well that he will like to play for Mexico as well. He'll like to play for both national teams, but I believe he will want to play for us a little bit more, okay? And I believe that will be the right decision for him and his career since L3 are finished, okay? That's pretty much a fact. So another dual national from Mexico is Jonathan Gomez, okay? He was born in the U.S., but his parents are Mexican, okay? So, classic story, okay? Jonathan Gomez, the 18-year-old from Real Sociedad, is a high-ceiling left back, okay? Look, I saw the season that he had with Louisville City. He looked amazing, okay? I believe he'll be enrolled at Real Sociedad B, but it depends if he can do really good over there. I believe he can become a starter, okay, or at least win himself a loan to another club, okay. This guy has a high ceiling, okay, and we cannot afford to lose this guy to Mexico as well, okay. So him and Cade Cowell are pretty much two that we must win, okay, and we cannot afford to let them go to Mexico, okay. If you look at our both both of us and Mexico's uh, depth charts at left back, they're pretty shallow, okay? Mexico has Arteaga, and that's pretty much it. And Arteaga's not that good, okay? Uh, Most people tend to inflate him, but still, who do we have? Anthony Robinson, Sam Vines, George Bello, Kevin Brady. They have some flaws in their games, okay? So obviously, another left back won't hurt, okay? So yeah. Next one is someone who most people are gonna remember, okay, and it's Alex Alcala, okay. During the beginning of this year, we lost Efrain Alvarez, okay, and that was a big hit towards us, okay. That was a big hit, uh, big low blow hit, okay. Efrain Alvarez is someone who has a very high ceiling, okay, and we lost him to Mexico, okay. And okay, if Mexico will take Efrain Alvarez, we must take Alex Alcala, guys. Mm. If you remember the highlights this kid was putting on when he was 15, 14 years old, like, you should have watched them, okay? Uh, as well, he has gotten some interest from other clubs like Man City, okay? So obviously, this guy has immense talents, okay? He is a central attacking mid, okay? And he's another guy like Efrain Alvarez. We cannot afford to lose, okay? We already lost Efrain Alvarez, but this we must take a different approach to trying to recruit Alex Alcala, because he's a guy with a very high ceiling, okay? And I might discuss about him in a later video, okay? So yeah, let's continue. So here's another guy that's pretty much under the radar, okay? If he's if he's if he was his brother, it might have been a different story. But so Timothy Tillman, okay, he is a German American dual national, okay. So obviously, he's a guy who has immense talent, okay. He has shown talent, okay, and with Greuther Fürth, which is a pretty much a bad club, okay. They're 20th in the Bundesliga, but he has been a spark for them, okay, this season, okay. He's one of the only players that can be salvageable from the whole mess that is Greuther Fürth. Uh, Julian Green, okay, Julian Green has not been that good this year, okay, but Timothy Tillman has shown more sparks to Julian Green, okay, but I would like to see Timothy Tillman very soon with us, okay. 22 shows some promise, okay. If he was his brother, okay, his brother shows a lot more promise, but still, he's a guy that we should try to recruit as well, because okay, we need more midfielders, okay, with technique and that can create, okay. So yeah. Okay, so now Santiago Munoz, okay. Santiago Munoz is, most of you guys didn't think of him as a dual national, but he is in fact a dual national, okay. This guy was part of Mexico's U17 team that managed to reach the second place in the U17 World Cup, and he just signed a contract with Newcastle. I believe in the beginning of the year in the summer. I believe it was in the summer. He signed a contract with them, and he's a striker. Okay, I've never really seen him play other than the U17 World Cup, but he's a guy that shows a good technical ability. He shows that he's pretty clinical as well. I believe he's a guy that we should try to recruit as well, okay? We already recruited Ricardo Pepi, so we should try to recruit another El Paso native and Santiago Munoz, okay? If we manage to recruit this guy and he does not choose Mexico and he chooses us instead, this is a big blow towards Mexico, okay? This will be a big blow, since they are now losing both Ricardo Pepi and Santiago Munoz, who were both immense talents for them, okay? So yeah. So now let's go to Folarin Balogun, okay? Another striker that we cannot afford to lose, and this time we cannot afford to lose this guy to England and Nigeria, okay? I believe we are second, I believe, to England, okay? Uh, Yunus Musa at the beginning of the year chose us, okay, and I believe we should try to do the similar approach with Folarin Balogun, okay. Look, he's 20 years old. He plays for Arsenal. He has shown immense promise with them at the U23 level, and he's the captain for them at 20 years old. And he's doing all these skills, okay. So obviously we need to try to recruit this guy as well, okay. This guy has been training as well with the senior team for Arsenal, and we should try to recruit the New York native, okay. We should try to do it, okay. So yeah. So who's next? Gabriel Slonina, okay. Our goalkeeper depth is pretty shallow right now, okay. Matt Turner, Zach Steffen, Ethan Horvath, Sean Johnson. All these guys have small issues in their game. Matt Turner obviously cannot play out of his feet, okay. Ethan Horvath and Zach Steffen are on the bench in their clubs. And Sean Johnson, obviously he's in his 30s, he's in MLS, so obviously he's just some guy Sean Johnson is just someone who will bring some experience to the team. So Gabriel Slonina, the 17-year-old, I believe he's a guy with who has a very high ceiling, okay. He's a dual national with Poland, okay. And obviously I'm going to proudly say this since I'm from Illinois. He's an Illinois native people, okay. I'm very proud to say that he's from Illinois, okay, and I'm from Illinois, okay. So I'm very happy to say this, okay. We should try to get this guy, recruit him, okay. Look, we're pretty much he's probably leaning towards us a little bit, okay, but he as well wants to play for both national teams, okay. So obviously we should try to put him into more camps, okay. If Greg is gonna do a January camp, I believe he should try to as well put him into the January camp for us, okay. So yeah, okay. Malik Tillman, 19 years old, plays at Bayern Munich, central attacking mid, center forward, striker. He's leaning a little bit towards Germany, okay, but we should try, and I mean we should try to recruit him, okay. Look, this guy has immense talent, okay, and he comes from Bayern Munich's academy, okay. If you look at Bayern Munich's academy in the recent years, you can see that they produce some immense talents, okay. Joshua Kimmich, obviously, Musiala, obviously, those two guys are just some examples, okay. Bayern Munich obviously have a lot more, okay. Thomas Muller is another one. He's not a recent example, but he's just a great example, okay. Bayern Munich have lots of talents in their team, okay, and obviously we should try to recruit him, okay. He was born in Germany and he has lived most of his life in Germany, so obviously we should try to take a very high approach on this guy, okay. Look, we should try to call him up for the January camp that we will be playing in World Cup qualifying, okay. Look, this guy shows immense ability on the ball as well. He can create, okay, and he's a guy like Musiala, a guy that has he's like Jamal Musiala. He's a guy that has a very high ceiling, okay, and he's just a teenager. We should try to recruit this guy, okay. We should try to say, hey, Germany are probably are gonna be not prioritizing you right now at the moment, but look, I bet you, if you choose us, we're gonna be prioritizing you a lot, okay. Look, we need to get this guy, okay. So yeah. So let's just finish this video off by thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.